55,849 miles on the odometer. 6 years old, 55,000 miles, and it needs major engine work. Hello there, everybody. Good day to you guys. Welcome back. This is going to be a quickie. I want to show you guys a diag that I found on this 3.6 liter Pentastar. This is the cheese motor. Everything on this is built of soft, squishy metal made out of cheese. This thing came in with a misfire back on cylinder number 6. Now, the unique thing about the misfire is it only misfired at idle with no engine load. As soon as you would start to drive and RPM would increase, the misfire would go away. Now, at idle, we heard a slight little bit of ticking noise. So we pulled the valve cover off this guy because I thought we had a situation with a failing rocker arm. These engines were notorious for the soft metal on these rocker arms. And more importantly, these rockers have little needle bearings inside on that roller. Let's see if we can't see a couple of them here. Yeah, they're down in there. They have these little needle bearings in there. Those needle bearings will break and then fall out, which will allow this rocker to just flop around on the roller. And that can cause a misfire under those low load conditions. That's what we thought was occurring on this engine. So we pulled it off for inspection, got all of the rockers out of it, and then realized, hey, these aren't that bad. Something else is going down here. So we pulled the spark plugs out of this bank, and we are about to connect a leak down tester. We have all 4 of the valves closed on number 6 because all of the rockers are out, therefore the cams can't actuate on the valves to open them. So those are all fully closed. Let's throw the leak down tester on it, and I'm gonna show you guys what's going on with this particular engine. So this unit right here, this is a cylinder leak down testing device. We have an adapter on the end of this hose here, and that is going to thread in to our spark plug hole, and that's going to allow us to pump pressurized air into the combustion chamber on this engine. So bear with me real quick. Let's get this thing screwed in. Let's go ahead and thread her down. Oh, gravity. I believe it's, nope, has not caught. There we go. I felt the thread. Twist. All right, we're bottomed out. It is now attached. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna attach this device here to the cylinder. Then we're gonna take some shop air and we're gonna pump in regulated shop air. We're gonna use 100 PSI just for the benchmark because that's gonna make the math easy. Bear with me here, we're doing this one-handed. Turn this regulator down. Get in there. Okay. So, right now we've got a regulated like 22 PSI going in. Let's go ahead and turn it up. So the left gauge is pressure in, and then the right, loud noises. The right side gauge, that is holding pressure in the cylinder. So we got 100 PSI going in almost. And there we go. But the cylinder, that's reading about 34 PSI, maybe 35 PSI. So we have roughly a 65% leak down on that cylinder. We want to see like not 65 at all, maybe 10%. So with the intake off, with all those valves closed, and with a loss of pressure, this air is going somewhere. Now, if we look right here on the number 6 intake port, we listen, I don't hear the air coming out. It's either gonna come out through the intake valves, it's gonna come out through the exhaust valves, or potentially it could be coming out through the piston or the piston rings, in which case that air would end up in the crankcase, and we would hear the air coming out somewhere through the cylinder head up through the oil galleys. Let's go around back to the exhaust. There's that exhaust. You guys hear it? Let me turn the fan off. I want you to be able to hear it. I can put my ear up to it and I can hear it. You guys hear it? There's air coming through there. Lots of it. Watch this, let's try something. There you go. I know you heard that. It's building pressure. You hear it? That's where the air is going. So we've got a 65, 70% leak down through the exhaust on cylinder number 6. This thing needs to have the cylinder head removed. We've got to take it to the machine shop, have them check out the valve seat. I think we have a valve seat issue on cylinder 6. So that's a diag right there. Stay tuned for the teardown. This one's gonna be good. See you guys later. Thanks for watching the short video. Have a great day. End of transmission. Oh yeah, real quick, one more thing. This is the Jeep out here with the battery drain. Remember the instrument cluster one? I'll leave a link to it. It's a really good video actually. Dealership had this truck. We sent it over to them and I purchased a new instrument cluster from the dealership. Due to programming, I decided it was better to just farm it out. And they returned it to me with what I believe to be the original instrument cluster. I believe I paid for a cluster and didn't do it. So I'm sending that thing back to the customer after making the correct repair from another part that I got used from the I Do Cars YouTube channel. Importapart.com is where he sells those things from, or sells his parts from. Anyway, I got a used one from Eric and I fixed the problem with a used part, and the dealership still has not called us back to tell me what happened. Not looking good.